Welcome in, everybody. We're thrown off. It's a Friday night. We've got some great racing coming up here for you shortly. Let's go ahead and get it into the hot position here. The explosions right out the gate. We've got some, this should be, I think, our final practice race we've got here before the official Grand Prix gets started tonight. You're seeing all 10 racers that you're going to have out there. 5 teams have qualified for tonight. The House of Titans, JPEG Empire, Book of Ikigai, Omen, and Pirates of the Degen. We've got the Cardano Clash presented here by Ascent Rivals. I, of course, am Mez here with the Mezzcast, and, of course, we've got Roman Orc here with us as well. What's going on, Roman?
How's it going, Mez? How's it going, everyone who's watching right now? Very excited to be here for our Grand Prix tonight. Pretty good stuff that's coming up here. 5 teams, 10 racers, ready to see what happens in this Grand Prix and who's going to take away the huge cash prize. Well, kind of cash prize, but we'll get into that later.
Exactly. Plenty of time on that. Gotta love Pepsin's racing right out the gate. Looking very clean here, holding on to first. Goob sitting in second. Take a look back in third. We get Captain Degen. Got a couple updated items here on the visuals for you. So got a little bit more information, a little bit more we've got for you here. As you can see, the obelisks of light. That's one way you can score points. You got to shoot those. You got to take down enemies. Oh, we almost saw the shot on the Captain Degen. Of course, as always with the race. Oh, explosion into the canyon wall. Going to slow down Captain Degen. His creds on this map are going to be tested tonight. Captain Degen is still the reigning owner, but
he's going to be tested heavily by House of Titans. House of Titans, Book of Ikigai, they're looking really solid tonight. Omen just barely squeezed in last week, so if they made a big showdown tonight, came out ahead, that'd be really impressive. JPEG and POTD, I think they got a chance, but it's going to be tough to take down the top two teams we got tonight.
We got Jolie Colombiana coming in here with the 100 biddies. Appreciate the love, Jolie. Appreciate you coming over. That is a mod for one of my fam, DJ Spartacus. All right, so we've seen a couple people get out. Now what they have to do is they have to ascend. So if you're not in the first 4 to cross the line, you have to get out to preserve your points. So a little protection going on here. I like hiding here. This is really well done by Captain Degen. Charging up a shot just in case anybody comes in. Yeah,
our ascension zones change each round too, so there's a chance that you're going to have to move to a different zone, new hiding spots, new angles to be shot from. It's dangerous, and as you can see, only 2 people ascended this round, both Seb and Captain Degen. The other 4 racers all died or crashed. Well, either way, with the first heat over, let's get into what's kind of going on tonight. First off, to get things started, we've got a stream giveaway for the Ascent stream, so pay attention on there. If you're watching on Mez's stream, open up the Ascent stream as well. Keep that open. We do have a minor giveaway. There are 2 coins left. Genuine coins. Genuine game coins. They have 2 winners to give away tonight. All you guys have to do is, we're going to ask a question later, probably after the first race and after the second race. And if you answer correctly, in your opinion, whatever the answer might be, then you get entered in a chance to win this coin. You'll be entered as long as you answer as correctly, and then we'll pick a random winner, and you'll just get into it. You get a free coin. It's pretty cool. They are cool coins. Sometimes they float if you use the little magnetic tricks they got in the bottom there, so very cool stuff to see there, and we'll definitely get that going tonight on the Ascent stream. To really
right at the top again here in this practice. I think you're right. I think it's going to be House of Titans that are the favorites.
Oh, House of Titans has Goob and Pepsin. Pepsin's easily one of our fastest time trials racers in the game currently, and Gub is probably the #1 shooter in the game. We have literally the 2 things that this matters the most. You know, it's a death race. We have someone who's good at the death, someone who's good at the race. You put them on the same team, and you got a very big problem for the other 4 teams.
Yes, indeed. Love that little charge up right before the line. You've got such a long straightaway there before the first big turn of the race. Most people choose to avoid the ramp, but Googoo's got a nice line. Ooh, just avoids the canyon wall. He's going to stick to a mostly inside line. Looking at this time trial style run, and I agree. I think if you want to take them out, you're going to have to get physical with them. You're going to have to shoot. You're going to have to outrace as well as provide those demo skills.
It will be tough. It's going to be tough indeed. So I'm excited to see how they go about it. But I think that each team's just going to be focusing on themselves. Talking about the racers in particular, though, let's take a look at particular people. Like we already talked about, Gub Gub, easily, Goob Goob, whatever you want to call him, Gub Goob, Goob Gub. We know who he is. He's one of the best shooters in the game. He's very notorious for using that laser rifle and just getting 12 to 14 kills per race. It's very impressive. We've also got the King David, one of the developers, or sorry, one of the employees for Genuine Games. And King David he's a great all-rounder. He's going to participate in kills. He's going to participate in probably almost as many as Gub Gub, but he's also a fairly solid racer. Not quite as fast as Pepsin, but he is up there. I think he's definitely going to be a threat tonight. Sambo is in the same exact boat as King David. That's why they make such a good pair. They're just going to clean up for whatever the other one makes a mistake on. So it's going to be good stuff from Ikigai tonight. We talked about Pepsin a little bit. Easily the fastest racer that we know of in the game right now. He's picked up a lot of new tricks. He's made a lot of new tricks. It's very cool to see how he's going about the new dash mechanics. Then we got the Pirates of the Degen, Captain Degen and Cherry. Captain Degen, of course, being the notorious champion for this map on the Sailing Grand Prix. Congratulations to him again. Let's see if he can keep that record tonight. And we've also got Cherry as well, who's his pick for tonight. Instead of Gnarls, they had an individual qualifier last week internally. And this is who they decided to have for their racers tonight. Cherry I haven't seen too much of, but I mean, if they're racing on Pirates of the Degen and Captain Degen decided that Cherry was a good pick, I think they're a great pick.
Absolutely.
JPEG Frazzle and Burgess the Gamer. I mean, Burgess the Gamer, I feel like he's always a wild card. Sometimes he's in first place, sometimes he's in ninth place. It just kind of depends on if he gets shot too many times or if he if he gets ahead of the pack, he's going to stay there. He knows the line. He knows which way he has to take. If he gets ahead of the entire pack, he's going to stay in first the whole game. So huge threat there for JPEG. Frazzle's interesting. Frazzle's kind of come out of nowhere. Frazzle's very new to the game. I think only a month in, and is already racing usually in the top 3 slots, right next to Pepsin, right next to Gub Gub, right next to King David, next to all these racers that have been playing this game for an extended period of time. Frazzle came out of nowhere and just has taken over the scene for JPEG. Really impressive stuff from them.
Well, like you said, getting out quickly is such a huge thing. I think getting past that first corner, I'm curious to see if we see more people take it slow through that first corner, avoid the corner of death as it sometimes becomes, and then get themselves into the race to get that more time trial feel. Because you're right, once you're ahead, it's so much harder.
You are not entirely wrong. That was definitely a strategy used in previous tournaments, was to, even by myself, I used that strategy where I legitimately I dashed off to the side, let everyone boost ahead of me. There'd be 4 or 5 crashes. I had 4 laps to catch up. I wasn't concerned. I knew I was faster. So if Pepsin knows he's faster, why is he going to get involved in the crash right away? He's just going to take off to the side and be in 4th place from the get-go rather than 9th place. Less people to worry about. So overall, really great. Our last team here that we got is Omen, Seb, and Zerukami. Zerukami's the owner of this team as well. Zerukami is a newer racer. I think not too new like Frazzle is, but Zeru seems to fall behind more often than not. We'll kind of see where they show up tonight. Seb is also a developer with Genuine Games, though, and Seb is a fantastic racer. He knows the ins and outs of how the mechanics work. He knows how they're working in the code, so he's got a huge advantage there. Like I said, they barely squeezed in last week. Cardano Warriors dropped out because they just fell out of the pack there, and JPEG went ahead. And then Omen came up ahead as well. So Cardano Warriors was actually in 3rd place last week, or in 4th place, sorry. And they dropped down to 6th after those 2 races. So they got disqualified after that. Team Frog was already out as well. They were too far behind to catch back up. We'll probably see them in Season 2 still. For both of those teams, congrats to them for still participating. Glad to see them. But overall, Omen barely squeezed in. I think it's going to be very tough for them to win tonight. But they're here to represent, and they're here to make sure that they understand what they're getting into when Season 2 comes along.
Absolutely. You see here, the Ascension mode required. If you didn't get one of the first 4 out, you got to figure a way to get out of the map. It's through those zones. Love that little burst there. A little practice from Degen. You can see how things would have broken out there. Officially, Goob Gub there in first place. Sambo and King David 2-3. So It'd definitely be very interesting if they show up tonight.
Will be something. All right, well, looks like we did have a couple of disconnects. They might be redoing the lobby here, so we're going to see in just a moment.
I will wait on
In the
that code.
meantime, in the meantime, of course, none of this is going to be possible without our sponsors. We got two big sponsors that we'd like to thank in particular. We got Yoroi, an open source crypto wallet that empowers your Web3 journey. And then we've also got M Labs, a blockchain and AI consultancy working across industries, including fintech and blockchain. Two of our biggest sponsors. We wouldn't have a prize pool without this. We wouldn't have a race without this. We wouldn't have teams without them. They're great. We really appreciate everything they're doing. We have plenty of other sponsors as well. We're going to get into a few of them now, since we got a few minutes here until the next official race starts. Official race is starting in 5 minutes, according to King David, who is hosting it tonight. So to continue with our wonderful sponsors, we got Real Reviews. They do the realest reviews of crypto. If you guys want to keep up to date on which crypto to keep an eye on, check them out. We've also got Anastasia Labs, where open source meets impact, Cardano smart contracts audit, and development company. We got Grabit, a fully decentralized live auction NFT marketplace built on Cardano as well. So if you want to check out Cardano, that's where a lot of this is all happening. Buy Finance, where trades are firing faster than ever. If you want to get trading some of the crypto you already own, check them out. Ikigai Technology is one of our teams tonight, actually. Technologists developing dApps on Cardano. So again, another Cardano-based crypto there, if you guys want to check them out on Cardano. And we always talk about these guys, Mez, every single time. The Sunday Swap. Our
I'm so hungry.
favorite.
Ice cream.
Sure, they got a little ice cream logo, but Sunday Swap, they're building a sweeter blockchain infrastructure, one scoop at a time. They are something. Got a few more here starting. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just going to throw out to somebody in my chat, Sharpie74. Appreciate you hanging out. The big thing is, if you've never seen it, the thing that would come to mind is the movie Death Race with, I believe, Jason Statham.
I think
that's what's coming to mind. But it's not quite a race. It's not just your standard racing. That's what set things a little differently apart here with a twin engine race game, kind of like this. So that's why we see the big rifles. So you can utilize and confirm with me here, Roman. I want to make sure I get this correct. When you shoot the obelisks in earlier rounds, because there are 3 heats per race, in those later races you are faster. That accurate?
so. In a sense, kind of. You have a little energy at the bottom of your screen there, and there's a nice energy bar. And every obelisk you shoot gets you 20% more energy, up to 180% total. So 4 obelisk shots, and that energy can be used to charge up boost, make dashes, fire your weapon. So basically, sometimes when you boost, you don't have the chance to immediately dash. It's because your energy is recharging. But if you have 180%, then you can boost and then dash mid-boost as well, which is huge for taking things like first shortcut, where you want to avoid that pretty little wall that gets in your way. You can boost right at the wall and then dash left if you have that 180%. So it's really important to get that energy.
Okay. I appreciate you confirming what I was incorrect with there on it, but yeah, no,
So you do go faster, yes, because
Yes.
you can charge more and you can dash more, but it's a mechanic, yes. So also a reminder, Mez, to hit local record tonight. Make sure that we are recording for future endeavors.
always. That's just a local toggle that I don't even change anymore. I always keep that version going so we can get it uploaded to YouTube. I'm starting to create some shorts for YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, so be on the lookout for those Mezzcast pages if you haven't seen them yet. Would definitely help. But yeah, so you've got the ability to shoot the obelisks to get points and get some speed, or get some energy, really. You've got the ability to shoot out and take out some of your opponents in the way. Of course, you got that big glowing red line coming at you if it's being shot at you. How intense do you take it when you're the one being shot at, Roman?
I am the guy that does not shoot back. I dash side to side and just hope that they don't predict me. It's easy to try and take cover, but on sometimes when you get a nice long straightaway, that's your chance to take the shot. it's honestly not a bad idea to drop back a little bit and let that person just take the lead on that long straightaway and then jump back ahead if you know you can take them over. And you just gotta just give them that little bit of lead so they don't shoot you, because it's gonna be worse if they take you out.
And so that straightaway that you're talking about the last 15% of the map combined with about the first 10 to 15%. So you've got this long straightaway that's almost a quarter of the map.
Huge.
You can get multiple shots off if you time it correctly. So,
and that's just with the LRZ 270. We've also got the Proto Rifle, which is more of an assault style laser weapon, has a full auto function. And that is actually, I see that get used more often in the smaller spaces, like the shortcut, because it can be pulled out and immediately fired, unlike your LRZ. The LRZ takes a time to charge. The Proto Rifle, you can just pull it out and start shooting. So when people are in this little shortcut and they just barely bump that wall and their engine turns red, Proto Rifle comes out, you take it out, that's the shot. It only takes 2 or 3. So
yeah, that was going to be my big point of the strength. Is you really have to be cognizant of what the other racers are doing in that moment. So you will see when people bump into objects, if they don't immediately explode because of a direct impact, you'll see their engines start to glow, and that just means they're a little bit closer to exploding. So, like you said, that's really the time to bring out that repeater rifle and just spray and pray.
Get into it. That's right. Well, Mez, it looks like we got official races starting here, so I will let you take over here. Let me know if you need me to jump in. I love jumping in and just talking about the game in general, but we got some good racing up tonight for everybody. Official races, 3 heats each, all on Teferi 7 Dunes. That means 9 total races. That means 36 laps on Teferi 7 Dunes. Who do you guys think is going to win? I mean, I've got some chances here. I think it's going to be House of Titans or Ikigai. That's my prediction. I'm saying it now as a shoutcaster.
Okay, so here we go. First heat, first race. We're out the gate. King David got a nice line. Let's see if he can get around this first corner. Again, this is where the explosions typically happen. Nobody hits anybody. What the hell is going on? We've got some good, clean racing. Cherry in front, King David, Peps, and Goob Goob. They make a 1, 2, 3, 4, despite them changing consistently. Charged up shot. Everybody has to dodge that one. We got a great view from King David as he's seeing Cherry start to pull away. Pepson's starting to do the same as well. He's got to avoid the shot, as you see. Again, there's that charge-up time that just allows people to kind of take advantage of you being locked in position or knowing that the shot's coming and you can dodge out of the way. So you still may lose some speed, but way better than being removed. And look at how far Cherry is ahead. He's into the canyon dunes. We've got Pepson tight behind him. Can still technically see. But this is our 1-2 right now. Goob Goob 3. Seb is 4. So Omen trying to make an early statement here. Captain Degen, Burgess, Zerukami, Sambo, Frazel, and King David. The Book of Ikigai having the roughest start out of everything right now. Likely one of the big shockers. They are sitting in 8th and 10th place respectively right now. Respectively?
Are you on the right? Are you on the right screen right now, Mez? We're looking at sponsors right now.
I'm not. Of course I am. Thank you. Boy, babe. Here we go. Now into the race. Sorry, everybody. We see an explosion.
Thank you to our lovely watchers.
Thank you for the help, Sharpie. Sorry, I'm screwing it up here. The full screen game is a little bit different than most of my my hockey casting, so it still throws me off working with the full screen game. But here we see
Pepsi. I do point out, first blood was Captain Degen. Congratulations, keeping his pride strong here on this map.
Taking a look, scrolling through. Oh, Goob Goob goes flying into the wall. It's going to allow Captain Degen to slide to 3rd and 4th. They go back and forth. I love seeing the visual updates we've got there down at the bottom. Seeing some of these vehicles hit over 2,000 on that
huge
number.
By Gub Gub right there.
Huge indeed. Pepsin and Gub Gub holding 1 and 3. Cherry, the man, splitting them right now. But already, House of Titans off to a great start. So Pepsin's out, Cherry's out, Goob Goob's out, and Seb is gone. So congratulations to Seb. Definitely shocking some people here in the moment. And now it's time to get to a jump zone. You got to get out. You got to see that.
Oh, careful, Degen. Hitting your engine there. You don't want to do that right when the zones are coming in. He's not going to make it. He's only got 5 seconds. I don't think he's going to make it to his zone.
Does not look like they're going to.
Degen does not make it. I do want to point out Gub Gub was in 5th place on the 4th lap by the end of the A-frame. He had literally 4 seconds to change that. And he took a shot, took out 2 people. I know we didn't see it in the kill feed. The kill feed's struggling tonight, but I saw it, and I can point it out to you guys.
It was pretty.
He hit third because of that. That was huge.
Yeah, absolutely. So that gives the House of Titans a great start here. As you can see, 10 and 8 circuit points out there to get started. And lonely Captain Degen at the bottom. Like you said, Cherry kind of a little bit more unknown comparatively on that Pirates of the Degen team, but he stepped up in race 1. So did Seb and Zerukami. So Omen trying to make a statement here early. Here we are, heat number 2. We'll get 3 heats, 3 races of those 3 heats. So 9 total times we'll go, plus 4 times around. We got 36 laps.
Razzle's the first crash there. Zerukami gets the first kill.
Cherry trying to get real tight and maybe having some issues there. Those engines got very close to exploding. And there, finally, he just clips the wall and he's gone. Sambo's in first. Goop just doing what he does best. Captain Degen, King David, that's your 1, 2, 3, 4. Behind that, Cherry, Pepsin, Frazel, Zerukami, Burgess, and Seb in last place.
Ikigai and House of Titans in the top 5 right now. House of Titans dropping in the middle pack right now. But Ikigai's looking really strong in this heat. Sambo has a massive lead over the other players right now, hiding inside of Shortcut. I think he's just going to kind of take it away for the rest of this race if he doesn't crash. King David is right behind him. This could be a huge round for Ikigai now that points are worth double.
Absolutely. Racing their heart out at this point. You know, one of the big things I'm also noticing, particularly about Captain Degen tonight, he is really struggling with the canyon walls. He's hit that same canyon wall when he first gets in. He's trying to keep it wide so that he can come over tight, but he has missed the timing on that several times, and it has definitely hurt him. Let's jump up to 3. We got Captain Degen and Pepsin surging away for a moment. Sambo is so far ahead, we don't even see him. Let's just see. Oh, yeah, Sambo is comfortably cruising.
He's finishing his 3rd lap already.
He's playing a time trial. He's not even in a race with the rest of these people at this point. Well, Degen and Goop, we've got a nice little 3-4. They keep going back and forth. Missed shot. We round the first corner. Goop able to carry that speed in, but now the shot being lined up. Degen can't strike home with it. He's going to take the ramp. Kind of an awkward place because you lose a little bit of speed coming off that ramp. And as we see Goop well comfortably in 3rd right now. Pepsin in 2nd. Sambo holding strong on that 1st.
Oh, Sambo just crashed in 1st place and lost it.
And he's going to drop out at the worst possible time. It's going to be a huge drop of points. Only 2, but it feels monumental when you're going to be counting every single possible point at this point. Here's that repeater we were talking about. I got a nice view of someone trying to utilize that. They stick on it too long. Somehow don't explode hitting the wall. Now the shots are on. Can he take out Burgess? Right now.
Omen Seb's using that proto rifle so good in Ascension mode when you have such a close fight. That proto rifle is just amazing. Okay, I want to talk about what happened with Sambo for a second, along with Baby Roman's going to be talking as well because she's on my lap tonight. So what happened there, for those who didn't see, Sambo actually crashed because he fell. There is fall damage now. If you don't activate your lift as you're hitting the ground, you will fall far enough to where your ship crashes into the ground and is just like hitting a wall.
Okay.
So Sambo crashed there, lost it to Pepsin. And I know we said, oh, it's only 2 points. I want to remind everyone, I lost by 2 points in the Saline Grand Prix.
Ooh.
It matters. It all matters. So Sambo losing that could be massive right now. So that was just unlucky. He didn't activate his lift in time, and he ended up taking the fall for it, and he had a huge lead. Let's get into this 3rd heat.
Here we go, straight out the gate. Love this first turn, just a chaos, everything that happens. Degen really struggling with his piloting tonight. It is not with him. Pepsin in 1st, Seb 2nd, Cherry. Bit of battling here as we get into the canyon walls. A lot of people losing a lot of speed. It's Pepsin 1, Burgess and King David going 2, 3. Cherry works his way to the top 4. Seb 5, Degen 6, Goop, Zerukami, Sambo, and Frazel. So JPEG trying to show something, trying to get themselves on the board. It has not been a good start for them. In fact, I think they've probably had one of the worst races here of anybody. A couple charged rifles. Seb gets a nice shot onto a man. Let's jump up a little bit here, get ourselves Burgess entering the canyon walls. King David right behind him. Goop 3 and 4. That House of Titans team, through this first race, they are proving to be impressive. So not a big shocker, like you said. One of our better just pilots and one of our just better shooters that are out there. So you're saying right there before that spot, it looks like that's another way to potentially get out of it. You don't have to activate the lift if you hit the boost. Is that accurate, Orc?
You do, yes. So if you boost in midair and you activate the boost and you move forward before you hit the ground, your lift reactivates during that boost and you're going to survive just fine. So that is definitely one strategy to go about it, hitting your boost before you actually hit the ground. The fall damage is not just always going to kill you. Like right here where Burgess is at, that's not going to kill you. This will if you don't activate your lift in time or boost.
Right.
Activating your lift just means releasing triggers. That's all you got to do.
Goop gonna land a big shot onto Burgess. It means he's gonna take first here. He's on the final lap, and now he's in his best mode, living his best life, just hauling ass into the canyons. Burgess got a ways back, so first likely not even in play right now. Let's jump back to 3-4 where it's getting angled up here. Sambo in 4, Peps in 3. We're getting ready to round here towards the A-frame. And here we go. Final straightaway. Goop 1, Burgess 2, Peps in 3, Sambo 4. Let's see if it holds. No! Explosions!
Oh,
Sambo's going to fall. King David's going to jump because of it. Cherry. Sambo falls all the way to 7th, so now you're going to have to find a jump zone. We'll watch from Sambo's perspective. He goes into a wall.
Sambo crashes into a wall.
Not quite sure what he was thinking on that one. Degen was clearly waiting for this, so let's see if he lines up the shot here on the appraisal.
Oh, Cherry barely clutching into that corner there. My goodness. Cherry, you can't go that way. Cherry, no! You've only got 3 seconds,
I think this is one of the hardest ascension points to get to, and Degen is finding out the wrong way. Pirates of the Degen sitting 19 points each. Captain Degen and Cherry, they got to shake things off because right now, Goop 64 points, Pepsin 62, Burgess 50, King David at 42, King Sambo 39, and then we're starting to lose a few off the list. So we got 2 more races to go.
I do want to point out, Cherry did come in last, but 28-13, congratulations on taking a fastest lap in a tournament. It is tough in these Grand Prix to get a fastest lap. So very impressive to do that. Very cool. Let's see what's going to happen in this next race before we really get into it here. But to continue a little bit about what we talked about earlier, kind of talked about our wonderful sponsors that made this happen. We had a few more that I wanted to get into. By the way, Ascent Rivals chat, come join. I'm going to ask you guys a question in a second if you're not in the Ascent Rivals chat. And I'm going to, if you guys post the answer correctly, you're going to be entered in a giveaway. So first we're going to do this really quick before I get into it. Summon, show your community that you're using the most secure treasury management, a voting platform, and Agora DAO interface on Cardano. Check out Summon on Cardano. We also got Bone Pool, probably one of my other favorites. Stake with Bone, claim Hosky rewards. And then our last sponsor, but definitely not least, is T-1. Launching your project has never been so easy with T-1. Ascent Rivals chat, I have a question for all of you. It's a simple question, but you have to answer correctly. And if you do, you get a chance to win a genuine coin. There's only 2 left in existence. So you want this coin. Even I don't have a coin. And I've been playing for a year. So the question is, who's your favorite Cardano Clash team? Drop your answer in the Twitch chat. Be answered in a nice little giveaway there. Just the name. We got 5 different teams here. House of Titans, the Book of Ikigai, Omen, JPEG, and Pirates of the Degen. Who's your favorite? Put it in the Ascent chat. Get a chance to win our beautiful coin. Omen players here. We got two Omens.
Definitely got some Omen love in the chat. So, Orc, what's your favorite?
I'm putting my answer in the chat right now. I want a chance to win this coin. Like I said, I've been playing for a year. I haven't won a coin yet, so I'm going to try tonight. I'm a big House of Titans fan just because I like Gub. I like Pepsi too, don't get me wrong, but Gub and I go way back, so I have to root for him. We got a lot of little teams here. House of Titans, Pirates of the Degen. 3 votes for Omen. That is true. There is 3 votes for Omen right now. D-Pro, I agree with you. HOT. Pepsin, yeah. Let's get it. Pepsin is a GOAT. He is definitely He's definitely a great racer. But I go way back with Yagi and or Gub Gub there, so very very cool to see him in a race like this. Very exciting. Second match starting here.
I think
Excited
they've
to see
also
what
got
happens next.
House of Titans also, I think, has a nice little thing because they are HOT hot.
That is true. They are on fire tonight. Book of Ikigai, are there any fans for TBOI in here? I'm curious. I'm curious if we got any. I see Zerukami there.
Here we go. Second race getting started. First heat of that one, an explosion out the beginning. That's a questionable one. But Degen rounding first. Cherry, they've got a nice little rotation here. Let's see if Degen's setting up a homie here. No, he's going to get shot from behind.
Oh my gosh, 3 kills already from these players tonight. It is aggressive in this second race.
King David adds on another. We're up to 5 kills so far. So King David in first. Let's see how he's racing. Looking good, looking clean here as he comes up, getting ready for lap number 2. Tight behind him is Sambo. So the Book of Ikigai trying to get things started here in race number 2. Of course, Pepsin needs no introduction. One of the top racers here in Ascent Rivals. We're here on the Cardano Clash Grand Prix. If you haven't seen what we've been doing the last couple of Friday nights, we've been bringing in 2 qualifiers each week, building up towards this Grand Prix. We've got a total prize pool of 5,000 ADA. And folks, if you don't know what ADA is, and you're like me and you had to research it, that is a cryptocurrency.
Yes, it is. Cryptocurrency is the people sponsoring this right now, so it's going to be a big thing with the Web3 and what they're doing here. So very, very cool for them with the genuine games. Book of Ikigai is still hot right now in this race. We've also got Pepsin coming up. He's trying to look for a kill on the Sambo. I'm going to keep an eye on him and see if he gets it there.
I was going to say, we are mostly locked in. I love getting to watch Pepsin race. So he's got a clean line. He's trying to take first place here.
Oh, he's going to take it. That's a crash.
Oh, my goodness. Did not activate the lift in time. We talked about the dangers of that.
He's done this.
Seb's rounding the corner. King David right with him. So 2 through 4 pretty tight. Pepsin starting to do his thing.
Pepsin took a little bit of a jump there. Went underneath Sambo, dodging the laser. Pepsin, it's the 4th lap. Don't crash.
He's trying.
Oh, man.
Those engines are hot. He loves this outside line. Doesn't have to deal with the explosion. The charge. I thought he hesitated for just too long. Seb gets across second. King David, then Sambo. No, Sambo's going to fall back. Had a chance. Was locked in there. Instead, it's Captain Degen who's going to get out. Cherry, Sambo, Burgess, Goob, Zerukami. Everybody needs to find the jump zone. Need to get to the ascension point. We are here in ascension mode. That's right. Once the first 4 are across, Cherry somehow avoids exploding in the wall, but he's going to run out of time. He's got to get into the zone. Can he clip it? He does without clipping the wall, so he's going to be able to survive. Should stick with his 5th place there.
Cherry learned from their mistake. They tried to take a different route to get to that ascension zone last time, and they said, no, I'm going left. I've done this before. I know how to keep my points, and now they're 5 points up in this first heat. I don't know how Sambo's name keeps coming up. This has been rough for Sambo in these races. Every time it seems like Sambo's getting ahead, something happens, and he falls right back to 5th or 6th place.
Indeed.
So unfortunate for him.
Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Oh my gosh. Pepsin still looking hot. House of Titans is on fire tonight.
I appreciate you for being out there, Sharpie. Appreciate you hanging out, checking out what we got here with Ascent Rivals. I had one of my people piecing it, so.
Wins the Zeru cam. Zeru has to get a lot higher in the rankings here.
We try to keep it with the top 4, whatever's really close and important in the moment. Weapons are unlocked. Oh, somehow avoids the explosion does King David, but then he gets shot. Pepsin and Goob 1-2. Uh-oh. This is going to be problematic for everybody else. These 2 in front at the very beginning of the race is just disastrous. Because they are so clean. They are so efficient in their runs.
Especially Degen being behind them. Degen is he's not the most active shooter. He's usually kind of staying on his line and keeping his track down. So it's going to be tough for them to catch up. Frazel is a fair shooter. Like I said, still new to the game. So with House of Titans in a lead like this, with Degen and Frazel being right behind him, they're not in too much of a threat right now. I think it's still possible, but they've got some work to do if those 2 players want to catch up to them.
Absolutely. So again, 2 of our best pilots we've got going on here, Pepsin and Goob, just making clean runs. Let's fall back, see where Degen is. He crossed the line. He's trying to find the shot. He's trying to take one of them down on that long straightaway. Unable to find it here on lap 3, so he'll have one more opportunity if he wants to jump into one of those top 2 places. But those racers, man, they are just absolutely gone. Look a little further back. We got
up there too.
We got Seb in 4th, King David 5, Burgess 6, Sambo, Frazel, Cherry, and Zerukami rounding out the bottom of everything there. So,
oh my goodness, wait, that's a shot. Zerukami takes out, no, not Zerukami, yeah. Zerukami takes out first place from last. Pepsin was in the lead, lapped over Zerukami, and Zeru shot him and knocked Pepsin back in the rankings.
wow.
That was something. I thought I misread that for a second.
Degen had an explosion. Otherwise, he was competing for that second slot. He's likely too far away now. He'll get out when he crosses that line, assuming he doesn't explode. Like that. See ya.
Like
Seb's going to move up into 3rd over that one.
All right,
Seb eventually
going to
get himself out.
And
Degen's out. So now Sambo. Oh, the zone's right there. Turn around. Just turn around, Sambo. Don't do it.
Sambo's got too many shots behind him. I think he's got to keep moving forward.
Yeah, he may.
Oh my gosh, and there he goes.
And there he goodbye. I don't know. I love that spot when the Ascension zone is right there, right by the lap point, right by that drop point, because it's such a, you can slide yourself safely back up against that, and you're pretty protected.
It is very well protected.
So only 2 racers get out in Ascension mode. Here you see how everything is shaking out. Goob, Pepsin holding on to 1-2. Excuse me, Seb jumped into 3rd.
Right now, Seb's in, yeah, well, Seb's in 2nd actually in points right now.
Thank you. I can't do math clearly at the moment.
And Zerukami is definitely helping, shooting from 10th place into 1st. That's very funny. That's what's funny about these small maps and having these loop maps too, is that 10th place just shot Pepsin and knocked him down in ranks. It was pretty funny. Who was asking for it? Someone was asking for the Zeru cam, and I couldn't give it to you at the time, but there's your Zeru moment. Zeru did something. Zeru is a menace. I completely agree. Cafinus Maximus, you saw it. There it was. Zeru got the kill.
Racers at the beginning. Ooh, some bumps. Going to slow some people down. Pepsin starting. Him and Goob are both a little further back than they'd like. They avoid a couple shots, though. Seb and Cherry, 1, 2, 3. Oh, just everything changing as we go here into the canyon. Burgess, Cherry, Captain Degen. I mean, 1st through 4th is just absolutely changing at a rapid pace here. Interesting boost by Pepsin, but I like it.
Well, Pepsin he got stalled. He got bumped into the wall and didn't crash and had to catch back up, so he boosted to get his speed back.
Trying to get that charge shot off. Pepsin doesn't get that, but he forces his way all the way up into 2nd with some good racing.
Turn.
Very nice turn. That's what happens when you take a sweet and elite angle. And he's got that locked down. Now trying to use the speed on the outside, see if he can pass King David. Oh, King David's got a nice little boost here, but let's see how long he can hold that. Pepsin takes his inside line. This is a line a little less utilized by other people.
It is not utilized very often at all. Pepsin seems to know it and like it, probably to avoid being shot, if I had to take a guess. When you're in 1st place all the time, you're not focused on shooting. You're focused on avoiding being shot. Take the safe routes every time.
Absolutely.
Just focus on keeping your line.
I think that would be one of the top reasons for sure as well. It's definitely one of the lesser utilized lines in this entire map, but he seems to use it and seems to like it. So King David won. Seb rounded the corner a little fast, and he gets a hit, actually. Pepsin rams into it and stalls. That's 2 times that has happened so far. Seb jumps up into 1st. King David 2. Pepsin 3. Burgess 4. We go into the final lap here.
Remember, we got one more race after this, so stick around. There's a 3rd race.
Yep. Not a normal Friday night here where we would do just 2 races of 3 heats. No, we got 3 races of 3 heats. So it is going to be intense. We've still got plenty of racing for you here on the Ascent Rivals Twitch page and Mezzcast as well. So if you haven't ever seen my stream,
crash in 1st place.
Oh my goodness.
Seb is going to secure 4th barely, but Seb was in 1st place and took a crash into the rock while trying to dodge a laser and lost it to King David and Pepsin. Burgess Gamer right on his tail. He secured 3rd, actually. Burgess got 4th, so Seb had a boost or something right at the end there. Secured 3rd for him over Burgess. And Zeru Kami actually coming in 5th, so as long as Zeru lives, I'm not sure. It looks like they did not.
Goob takes down Frazel with the point blank shot. Ugh.
There it is. Fastest lap, still not beaten. We still have a 28:31 from Cherry, so we'll see what happens in this third race. But as we can see, Pepsin took the lead in that one. Seb was in second. King David literally a point behind in third. Going into this third race,
This is close enough that anybody can still really win this.
Yeah, we might take a break really quick here for a moment. We have points are trying to be calculated. We're trying to make sure. That changes the game right before the tourneys. So there was a problem with some disconnects, and we're trying to avoid disconnects in the middle of the match. So that happened a few times during qualifiers, so there was some changes in that action there. There was no actual gameplay changes in a sense.
Good to know.
So either way, I do have a second question for you guys. This is for the second coin. As long as you answer correctly, you'll be entered to win in our coin. You'll get a message on X if you want to have a chance of winning this. Remember, there's only 2 that exist. And we're going to try to announce who wins these coins on stream. And they're also trying to add up points right now so that we can do this. Mez, if you haven't read it yet either, they're looking to get a few more slides added. And
I am looking to add those there as we speak.
You do that. I'm going to go over our question after the second race here. If you enter correctly, then you will get a chance to win our genuine coin. We only have 2 remaining in existence. I don't think there's any plans to make more. But who in this race is your favorite racer? Not your favorite team. Who's your favorite racer?
I love the question.
Little change.
I think I got to go with Pepsin.
Pepsin?
There's something about somebody who's just a clean pilot consistently. You can look at it however you want. Is the gun a gimmick? Some people use it to serious effectiveness, but Pepsin especially is just one guy who's just like, nah. In fact, I feel like Pepsin would want to throw out the gun if it allowed him to go faster.
That is true.
Hang on, we got to ditch some weight, boys.
No, he'll just toss it out, I have a feeling. So it's going to be interesting. So either way, honestly, I'm going to put mine in the chat as well. I think mine's kind of obvious. I already talked about him. Gub. Yeah. Gub's one of my favorites. I mean, like I said, him and I go way back. I met him at PAX last year when this game got announced. I met him at PAX, and I was the first person to beat the dev time, and he bought me a plushie from the stand right next to us as the prize. That was the prize. The first Ascent prize was a crow plushie with a crown on its head because I beat the dev time. So that was Gub and I go way back though. Very cool guy, very amazing developer. I love working with him. So yeah, definitely my favorite racer tonight, just because good friend of mine. So either way, wonderful stuff happening. We do have a couple of minutes.
Let me hype it up a little bit. We got an item we got to open here. I've got a slide here. Let me make sure I'm on the right thing here.
Yeah, you're adding some new slides. There's some new stuff that hasn't been seen yet.
That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one.
Seb's been racing very aggressively. I agree. Very aggressively. Favorite racer, Burgess. Gnarls is your favorite racer, Gub. He's not in the race. I said this race. Oh, Gub, always, of course, being the one. Yep, always being the one to break the rules.
There we go. Now we got a chance for you to see the actual coin there. We've got that slide up for you now. Allowing
there it is.
Boom.
I think it's so cool. That is so cool. All right. Seb's a favorite racer. Pepsin's a favorite racer. Seb. I'm getting a lot of Sebs. Captain is a favorite racer.
Well, Seb's got a chance to show something here. He's far enough in it right now. Had a rough first race. Had a really good set of second races, though. So it's just going to come down to really can anybody dethrone House of Titans, in my opinion. We'll find out more once we've got the math.
It's going to be tough because Pepsin has taken first in both of these races so far with 64 points. So it's going to be rough trying to catch back up.
Yeah,
Or
understandable.
62 in the second one, but it's going to be tough. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's a huge lead for HOT right now, but hey, I mean, we don't even know what's going to happen. I thought Omen was out last week. I thought Omen was out. I didn't think they were in the race. I was totally wrong. I said that Omen didn't make it, and I was completely wrong. Omen made it, and Cardano Warriors got kicked out.
Bum,
So
bum,
very interesting.
bum.
Let's talk about, we got a few minutes here. I'm going to talk about something that I know of that I talked about on my Friday night stream last week.
Holler.
We have new updates coming.
Hold on.
Like a big update. Oh.
Sorry. That felt like the hat-trick horn was worthy of that moment.
That's fair. I do want to talk about some big update that we got coming up here. We have a massive update happening soon that's going to completely change the way that parts work. We are going to see parts actually being purchased during the heats. So in between heats, you're going to have arc that you can spend to purchase upgrades for your ship, and you're going to start out with a lighter weight ship. You're only going to have about 13,000 pounds to start. That's almost everything on your ship being light, maybe one medium part. I couldn't run a single heavy part that kept me below 13,000 pounds. So we're going to see a bunch of light ships right off the bat, lots of weak ships being used, maybe some different medium parts. And then as we progress further into the race, you're going to build arc from getting kills, from taking first, second, third, fourth, from making it to the next round. And you're going to be able to use those points to purchase upgrades for your ship to go do better in the next future races there. And by the third race, you'll probably see the actual builds that most people are used to. So this means that these teams aren't just going to have to get good at using just the global engines and just the LRZ 270 and just the medium lift. They're going to have to get good at using all the light components, all the medium components, when to buy which components where to make sure that your ship is still the right weight class. It's going to be intense. So I'm excited to see.
We're still waiting on race number 3. You're not missing anything, but as you can see, we've got all 5 teams that have made the Grand Prix are listed here. Of course, JPEG Empire, the Book of Ikigai, Pirates of the Degen, House of Titans, and Omen. They've been racing. You see a couple of their additional racers that are on their full roster. Everybody only allowed to bring 2 during this process. Again, just a review of the giveaway coin. We've asked both questions that are out there.
We did ask both questions. We're going to see if we can get some winners for that soon. We are also, I do want to mention, I'm gonna hold them to this. They told us that they're going to have the winners for this race within 15 minutes of the third race ending. We're going to hold them to that. So within 15 minutes of the third race being over, we're going to know who won Cardano Clash.
There is some points tallying that has to happen. That's what he's referring to there. So not just as simple as race and we're done. There is some tallying that'll have to be done after all 9 heats are completed. But that's why we're taking a little break right now, trying to get that ready for you so that we're a little smoother into that last one.
I do have an announcement for our first winner. I'm going to out you in the chat right now, but I'm also going to mention it on stream. It is the Mad Seber. You have won the first genuine coin. Go ahead and message them on X, letting them know that you took the victory there, and they're going to get into contact with you to send you one of our final 2 coins in existence.
Love it.
Congratulations, Mad Seber. We still have a second winner to give away. Don't forget, who's your favorite racer? If you still haven't said who, put it in the chat. You get a chance to win that coin. Favorite racer from tonight's teams. Like I said, Gub Gub. A great racer. Pepsin's a fantastic racer. We got so many racers here. Look at all these racers that aren't even racing tonight. We've got all sorts of teams. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen in Season 2. We're going to have teams changing up as people get offered different amounts to come and join the team, see what happens with their whole world there. So, very interesting. Very cool to see. But House of Titans is indeed a House of Titans in this race, and it's looking very good for them tonight after these first 2 races.
They are definitely looking pretty unstoppable in the moment, but we'll see. There's still another big race to go. Still time for fortunes to change here on the Cardano Clash Grand Prix.
I will say it is also looking really good for Ikigai. Ikigai is looking really strong right now. I think that there's a chance they could pull away in first here, but they have to do really well in this third race. So just like this, these are the two teams we were talking about. We talked about House of Titans. We talked about Ikigai. I think Ikigai has a strong chance of pulling ahead in this final race, but HOT is going to have to drop a little bit. You're going to have to add Genuine Games or Ascent Rivals. Sorry, Ascent Rivals. Let's see if we can get a. Do we have a QR code that we can post up right now for the actual race? I know we have some of our things right here. It should be at Ascent Rivals. Let me double check here with our local chat representative.
Ooh, and I'm looking at the math right now. It's pretty rough. Pepsin got 62 points in the first race, 64 points in the second race. So he may be damn near insurmountable at this point.
Oh, do we have the new slide that can go up right now? Apparently the QR code's right there for them to go and check out X.
Let me look for that slide.
Not sure if you have it. Any of the QR codes should take them right there. So
I don't know that I have any with a QR code on it.
Well, it is at X. Let me double check here.
Tell me I'm not crazy.
No, you're good. I'm checking with Rainaka right now to make sure.
I was just looking in the slides we have there, and I'm like, I don't see it. Oh, that one. Got it. All right.
That one.
I don't have that exact one, but I think I've got one with a slightly modified. So let me close.
But Matt Seber it is at Ascent Rivals. I'm gonna put that there for you in the chat as well, so that you can see. The older one doesn't work, no problem.
We've also got the Discord, and we've got the Steam QR codes that are available there.
And yes, Capitus Maximus, you are correct. That is the correct link there. Thank you for posting that.
What's going on in chat? Lynch hand word. Probably no NCAA tonight. I won't lie. I have been on the struggle bus as of late. It's been real hard for me with a sickness I've been dealing with this week, so that's why I haven't been doing my normal streams, but had to make it here for the Cardano Clash Grand Prix Finals. That's what we've got going on. Getting ready for the third race here momentarily.
Looks like we had a couple of disconnects, so we're waiting to see if our racers are going to rejoin here. Making sure to keep it fair. We're not sure what happened to them. Looking to get some updates about that.
We'll let them get that going. I'll work on getting y'all some fresh QR codes here. I'm hearing that this one we have here may not work. That being our original version of it. So give me just a moment.
All right. Waiting to see what happens with the race here. So, guys, we're just making sure that everyone gets a fair chance to join back. It looks like we had a couple of disconnects after the race and two of the racers.
That's why I'm like, why is it not there? Because it's not a JPEG. So, of course, it wouldn't load as an image. There we go. We got the updated information for you there. The newest versions of the QR codes. Why? Wait. Why did that just happen? Why did it change? I didn't tell it to do that. I'm so confused. I know what I did. Gotta set it to loop.
I see. There we go. Okay. No, okay. Here we go. I figured out what happened. All right. With POTD, I'm not going to say exactly what, but there was a real-life situation that had to be taken care of by one of the racers, so we're trying to get the Mormonator for Pirates of the Degen to sub in. He's currently starting the game and trying to get it going.
Who's he going to be replacing?
It looks like Captain Degen.
Okay.
So we still have, or not Burgess, we still have Cherry in the race right now. Degen, it looks like, according to someone who's doing some work right now. Yes, okay. Can confirm Mormonator is going to be replacing Captain Degen for this race.
Okay.
I don't see him in the lobby yet, but...
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 2 racers we are short on in the moment.
I'm not sure what happened to our other JPEG racer. Not sure at all, unfortunately.
I'm
I wish
sorry.
I could tell you
We've now
guys.
said it enough times that I am contractually obligated. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Sorry, let me just age myself with that King of the Hill reference right there.
Like Seber's going to go ahead and just message in the Discord.
Okay.
Definitely, probably the best idea. So just trying to let all of our people out. Looks like Phrasal. That's who it was. JPEG Phrasal.
Phrasal.
I'm not sure what happened to Phrasal there either. He is a, so we do have Mormonator is coming in. I know that it's kind of a last minute switcheroo, but there was a real life situation that Degen had to go take care of. Very unfortunate. Thank you for racing, Degen. We loved having you here, of course, if you're listening. Mormonator is in, so just want to remind everyone, Mormonator doesn't have time to set up his stuff for it, but he is racing for Pirates of the Degen tonight. He's not going to have the image. He's not going to have the POTD. It's fine. We understand. Or maybe he's going to go change that right now. I don't know. He joined the lobby, then left.
Yep. Doing what we can. Maybe he saw we're still waiting on number 10 as well, so we'll keep an eye on that. I guess let me go ahead
Trying to get some updates about Phrasal.
We'll jump you back on over to the QR slides. That way you can easily join Discord or find the game. I have heard this note. If you're looking for the game, you find it, make sure you sign up for the trial. That's all you have to do. You will get access instantly. But that is an extra step that is required. Again, just waiting here on the final set of racing. The Mormonator has updated his stuff. So we are waiting for another JPEG, or no, we are sending it maybe with 9.
I think we are. We're not sure what happened to Phrasal. Phrasal has not responded, so that might be it for JPEG tonight. I'll be honest, it wasn't looking too great for them, but
it was not.
Who knows?
Would have loved to have seen them finish out, but sometimes that's how it goes. 3
Life
more
happens.
heats to go. Our final race. Can anybody upset Pepsin?
I think if it's going to be anyone, it's going to be King David and Sambo. Sambo has had a rough first couple of races. He was in first place for 2 of them and then lost them both right at the end. If Sambo can just do it again and not miss those jumps and not crash into that wall right at the end, Sambo's going to be the one to do it. King David, I think, has a chance of coming in 3rd or 4th. Second might be asking too much if Gub Gub's at you shooting from behind. So he might have to let Gub Gub take 2nd.
Yeah, the math is really interesting. We'll see how it all shakes out. Here's our first heat of the 3rd race.
Final race.
Why is it not moving? There we go. First corner's got some explosions straight out the gate. Pepsin and Goo Goo fighting for 1 and 2 as they typically do. King David, Sambo, they're fighting their way in now. We get into the canyons. King David first, Seb 2, Sambo 3.
House of Titans dropping down to 5th and 6th right there, too. Right in the crashes on shortcut. King David and Sambo, here they go. Looking for 1st and 2nd.
Dodging some shots for a moment.
Down.
Goodbye. Sambo gets absolutely destroyed. Falls way back.
Back in 1st.
Let's watch from the Mormonator's perspective. Coming in here. A little cold.
That was an aggressive first lap.
Yep. That's an aggressive boost right there from Mormonator, but he is trying to chase down Pepsin. He knows that is a tall order.
Racing for Degen now instead of Captain.
Had to
Cherry
slow.
right behind him.
Yep. Maybe a little shake-up.
Maybe at the bottom now.
Maybe something they needed out the gate.
2 more laps. They still got 2 more laps to catch back up to House of Titans right now. If Book of Ikigai wants to take over the lead here. Otherwise, it's looking like a very solid first round for them. But don't forget, the first heat's only worth 1/3 of the points of that in the 3rd heat, and only half the points in that of the 2nd heat. So if they can come back in Heat 3, Heat 1 doesn't matter for anything.
It is going to start to get tough, though. The math in Pepsin's favor at this point, sitting on, I believe it's 126 points of 128 that's available. It is going to be damn near impossible to move him off the top. So we'll definitely see
Especially
that.
with how far ahead he is right now.
That's the thing. Like he's ahead in this race. He's ahead overall. So everyone chasing him in the rearview mirror. That unless everybody just starts shooting at him and saying, "Nah, fuck you," then I think we are headed towards a Pepsin win here on the Cardano Clash Grand Prix. Still 2 more heats after this one. We are in the final race of the night. Orminator crosses, Cherry crosses, and Seb does not mess up this time. He's had some difficulties there in the last little bit, both Seb and Sambo.
Pirates of the Degen, a little bit of an upset there. Looks like we lost to Sambo during this heat. I'm not sure what happened there.
Yep.
Which is pretty huge because Book of Ikigai is looking to come back in this race. So if that is true...
King David does not have enough time. He's going to have to get real aggressive with the line here, but there's nothing you can get to jump over that rock piece there. All right, Pepsin takes first. Mormonator and Cherry get second and third as Pirates of the Degen trying to shake things up here.
Lost Sambo, unfortunately. Not entirely sure what happened there. But with Pepsin taking first there, Pepsin continuing to take first, it is going to be rough to catch up. Gub did not do too hot in that race, but he is looking to continue forward in heats 2 and 3. I have no doubt that he is going to catch up, especially since he's the only one with an Obelisk shot at this point. So he's taking advantage of that energy. He's one of the devs. He knows the game. He knows what's going on.
Okay, so trying to make things work. Here we go, heat number 2. Is anybody going to dethrone Pepsin? We're going to find out. Here we come, rounding into the first corner. Couple hits, but no explosions immediately. Cherry, Mormonator, Seb, everybody's just 1 through 5, just changing too erratically. Finally, the Mormonator gets a nice little pace out in front. He is showing maybe I should have been given the opportunity. He's holding on to first at the moment. Pepsin behind him. King David and Goob make out 3-4. Burgess, Cherry, Seb, and Zerukami, the rest of the racers we got here. Lining up the shot, waiting for it. Oh, and the Mormonator goes down.
That's a huge shot.
Can't jump him, though. Mormonator gets a nice refresh there, so he still holds on to first. We go into the canyon walls. 2 more laps to go after this one. We got a nice little tight race here between Pepsin and Mormonator. Pepsin takes a little bit wider angle because he lines up the shot. He hits it with a dot. And now he's in first place.
Pepsin and Gub in first and second. Man, I think it's just looking like a pretty clear-cut victory here if they continue to hold these positions right now.
I was going to say, I think they're going to lock down not just 1, but place number 2 as well.
At this point, it's going to be who's going to win second and third.
Yep.
That's what it's coming down to, because I think House of Titans might be taking the victory here tonight based off what I'm seeing. Cherry is too far behind Pepsin at this point to catch back up, and Pepsin is not the type to crash on a lap like this. He knows the line. He knows what he has to do. He can take the safest route possible, and he doesn't have anything to worry about because Gub is the only one behind him. Cherry is too far away. Seb is definitely too far away. I think it's Pepsin with this many points is looking absolutely terrifying there.
Yep. He's just in time trial mode at this point.
That is true, but Seb is going to take over from Gub there. Cherry is in 4th now, so Seb's looking for 2nd place. Seb's been performing really well. Seb is going to be a huge pickup.
Headed for the end line, so Goob's going to pick up 2nd. Seb had it
too early,
and it is stolen away. He does finish in 3rd. Waiting to see Cherry finish here in 4th.
got revenge. Zerukami killed our lovely Cherry, who managed to...
that means King David slipped into 4. Cherry, the Mormonator, Burgess, and Zerukami, they got to figure their way out. That's a little fast going to that wall. You should have exploded, Cherry. Not going to lie, you should be thanking the stars on that one. It is important to ascend if you don't get out in those top 4. That does help solidify your place.
Mormonator taking advantage of something that a lot of people don't. Those 2 obelisk shots he has right there both happened in the ascension zone.
Okay.
He shot them right at the end when no one's shooting at him. You might as well. You're right next to it.
Pick up some free energy for the final race.
All right. Well, final race, final 4 laps. I want to remind all of our wonderful racers tonight that this is the final chance to beat our 28:31 by Cherry tonight during the Grand Prix. It's always cool to take away the fastest lap on a Grand Prix.
Absolutely.
It's so much fun. So if you can take it away from Cherry, who got it literally in the first heat of the first race, very impressive, Cherry. I'm looking to see if anyone can beat it. So we're looking for it at this point. Try to get that time trial time. We're looking for it.
So
final race, everybody. Final
Pepsin
heat.
just absolutely pouring on the points. Here we go. We're out the gate. I don't know why it doesn't want to stick with me there. Pepsin, Goop Goop, quickly take 1-2. Pepsin falls to 4. This opening corner, some shots being levied out, being doled out, but not a lot finding home.
Morminator crashed into the shortcut as well.
Pepsin 1, Goop Goop 2, Burgess, King David, Morminator.
Gub Gub takes a crash on A-frame? Come on. We all know that one there.
That's a tough one, man. Those moments when it just all falls apart for you. Let's jump up to the front, roll our way through back. King David
looking for shots behind him.
Morminator trying to take each other out. I like the looking behind for the shot. Zeb jumps into the third. Morminator 4, Burgess 5, Zerukami, Goob Goob, and Cherry. They are all tracing Pepsin.
King David's just trying to secure second place at this point.
Absolutely.
Pepsin was up straight ahead of him, and he was looking behind him for a shot. He said, I'm taking second. Pepsin crashed. What?
Pepsin crashed, but doesn't matter.
His lift. Oh, it does matter because King David gets the shot.
There is a sniper on the track, ladies and gentlemen. King David is taking down Pepsin.
He said, you are not taking all the points home tonight. I am winning this heat. I'm taking it away from you. I'm getting the most points.
Let's not count our chickens yet. We've seen too many crash here in this last little bit, trying to do too much. Got to make sure you apply the lift. There's the boost. Does he apply the lift? No, he's just going to boost right through it.
Behind him, looking for nothing, though.
Yeah.
Because Pepsin is too far back. Let's see if Pepsin can catch up. Pepsin's not much of a shooter, but he might try to go for it if he wants to say that he's the fastest. He wants to secure first place again here. I can tell it's the third heat. He's looking for him. He is catching up quick on King David's tail here. It's the final lap of the final race, Mez.
He's running out of time here, going through the A-frame. Pepsin, can he find the shot? Can't find him. King David manages to stay alive. Now he's just got to finish. He's in first. Woo! Pepsin 2. Goob Goob coming around. He's through the A-frame, looking to hold up third. Burgess and Seb and everybody else, they are a little further back in the moment. There we go. Burgess crosses. Contracts are closed, so now you need to get to the Ascension Zone. Cherry, Seb, Morminator, Zerukami. Let's see who's going to get out. A couple of shots being charged. No one finds the immediate, though.
Seb is leaving Morminator behind. They have 10 seconds to get to that jump zone across ramp. They're looking for it. He's going to have to take the shortcut here to get into it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. He tries the same thing Cherry did and does not make it. Good try, Morminator.
Managed to hit it, but Pepsin 66 points.
And look who beat the time tonight. 27:86 by none other than Cherry. Ooh. Our Grand Prix fastest time possible. Congratulations. You had the fastest lap at the Grand Prix. Very impressive to Cherry to do that.
All right, we've got officially our second winner for our giveaway. Orc, you want to go ahead and announce that winner?
I will as soon as I see it here. Oh, here we go. I see it. I totally missed that just a second ago. I'm going to add you in the chat as well to keep the drum rolling while I do this. But we are looking for our lovely T-Pro V2 genuine coin winner there. You can at them on X. You can also message us in Discord at our channel, and one of our genuine Ascent team members will get a hold of you to get you one of those 2 coins that actually remains in existence. Congratulations, PogChamp from T-Pro V2. We are looking to see who our final winner is.
Just waiting officially for the tallies. So we'll see. Seb had 57-37. How'd he do in this last one? 39.
66,
so
58.
But still got a long way to go. I mean, that's the thing. Like, Pepsin's just got so many points. Pick any of the races. He's got too many points to almost overcome, it feels like.
The only person... Can you please get... Yeah, we get that winner slide ready. All right, we're ready for that.
The one that always throws me is I forgot. I got to go through the menu to quit the game. I always want to hit escape.
I get it.
I'm just a little too trained in the old ways. Give me just a moment. We'll get that fresh slide lined up for you.
While he does that, I'm going to take over for a second here and go over what's going on with this. So Cardano Clash, obviously would not be possible without our wonderful players for one, everyone who participated. Not everyone participated tonight in the final race because they were only allowed 2 racers per team, and 2 of the teams didn't even make it. Team captains, thank you so much for putting the teams together to get this race going. Our lovely ambassadors. I lost our little screen there. That's
I
okay.
got
I
you.
have
I'll
this
bring it back
one.
up.
No, you're good. Cardano communities, our wonderful sponsors, of course, all of our viewers, because obviously if this stream was at 0 viewers, we wouldn't be doing it for you guys. We would just run the race and watch it ourselves. So we have, it's crazy to me that I've got anywhere from 10 to 20 people that want to watch us talk about a game and a race. That's so cool to me. Even if it is a smaller number, it's a smaller community, you guys are the first ones here. We're expecting this to go huge, and you can say, I was here first. So thanks to you guys, of course, as well. Mez, thank you for doing this, shoutcasting, taking
Absolutely.
over for me when I couldn't be there on Fridays. And of course, I took over for you when you couldn't be there on Fridays. And then we were both here together. So, Mez, thanks a ton for also inviting me into this. For anyone who doesn't know, Mez was originally going to be the only shoutcaster, and Mez allowed me to jump in as brand new to this and just get it going. So, thank you so much for that.
Hey, I appreciate you coming in. You provide the perspective that I just don't have. So especially when it comes to being more intricate with the details of this game. So appreciate you joining us for sure, Roman Orc. But again, appreciate everybody, players, team captains, ambassadors. It's all there. The big one I want to obviously give a big shout out to is our sponsors. A lot of this wouldn't be able to happen without that. We've got some great prizes coming up here. A split down of the 5,000 total ADA.
And of course, last but not least, we wouldn't have a game without our wonderful developers.
Absolutely.
So if you guys haven't checked out Ascent Rivals, it's free on Steam.
Free.
Go and download it. It's a free game. You guys can be playing this right now. We have other tournaments happening. Come participate. This is where it's at, you know. So thank you so much. I've got definitely with just a few of the developers that I can think of off the top of my head. Stan, Cliff, Dot, Jeff, Raynaka, who's one of our community developers as well. SD, Steven, and of course, my favorite developer, Gub, also known as Yagi, but you guys make this game possible. King David as well for being one of the reasons that this is even happening as our marketing developer. So wonderful, wonderful devs. They're always communicating in chat and just keeping this going. So
and
it's
always,
really
always
cool
growing
to see
this
these
game.
updates.
From where we started, we originally had no overlay. We
Oh
gained
my
an overlay
gosh.
through it, and now it's just getting better and better. So even across just the first season here of the Cardano Clash, we have seen some dramatic growth within the game, which I think is so important. You know, and not only is it an earlier game, is it a younger game, but beyond all that, you got to keep up. You got to keep it. You can't just throw the product out there and, oh, well, we're done. We'll see you in 6 months with an update. No. Consistently updating the game and making it better is an important thing. So very active community. If you haven't seen before, make sure you check it out. Here, let me pull up the fresh page. That'll get you the QR codes to get you into Discord or to Steam. Still officially waiting on the tally for our final winners.
And I can definitely say too, you know, we just talked about it. The amount this game has grown in the last year. I'm not joking, guys. I played this game almost 1 year ago at PAX I think it was September 2nd or 3rd when I joined the Discord for them. The first time they ever showed off this game, I remember it was Teferi 7 Dunes was the map. You had one ship. There was no parts yet. There was a single gun. Boosting was just broken, and it was the only way to race. You didn't ever actually race. You only boosted the whole time. I mean, it was a totally different game. So the distance we've come to include the dashing, to include the triggers being held down to go faster, to include the turning in that way, to include new weapons, new parts, new strategies, new routes. I mean, this is all in 1 year.
See, and
we've already
I'm
got
coming from an
Grand
even
Prix
shorter
happening.
time frame. So I technically found these guys. I found Ascent Rivals at their booth at DreamHack Dallas at the beginning of June. So I've been around for about 2 months, and even in 2 months, we have already seen some significant changes and growth to make the experience just that much better. So I personally love the overlay. Helps gives us a lot more information. And, of course, you'll notice it was a little different on the keys tonight. So as I was jumping around, we've got some change in the spectator mode, which I want to give a big shout-out to Ascent Rivals because most games, as an announcer, I just get host. Nobody ever gives us a good spectator mode, and if they do, it's kind of here. It's an afterthought, and it certainly is not early into alpha. So want to appreciate the big shout-out, the big help there from Genuine Games, and, of course, everybody on their dev team that helps make it all happen. Yes, indeed. Texas.
Indeed. No, it's a huge good game to everybody over these Cardano Clash tournament. We are looking at doing a season 2 for sure. We're going to include more maps. There's going to be the massive update that's coming out, I think, tomorrow with the stuff happening there. That's going to be really cool. So really excited to see what happens. Like I said, for everyone still here, free game. It's on Steam right now. You can hit that QR code. Just request access. That's all you got to do. Come join the Discord. It's really cool to go and check out. Of course, I'll give one more shout out to our 2 biggest sponsors that we had tonight. We had Yoroi and MLabs. Yoroi is an open source crypto wallet. It's going to empower your Web3 journey. And then we also have MLabs, blockchain and AI consultancy working across industries, including fintech and blockchain, 2 of the largest sponsors that we have. Wanted to give them another shout out for tonight. Really excited to see what's going to happen from now on. We are looking at, like I said, big updates either tonight or tomorrow now that Cardano Clash is over and the actual game, parts being changed. We are looking at season 2. I do know that they're not in the future of very soon, but there is talk of shields. So we're looking at doing shields. They are in the parts system, but we don't actually have
one yet.
Okay. So we're looking at getting shields soon. We're looking at getting, now that the spectator cam's done, they're going to be, well, not completely finished, but it's super close. Spectator cam is looking amazing. They're looking at giving that a few more updates before moving on to some other more graphical effects. We're looking at different types of weapons. We're looking at how this update is going to shake up what weight class that you use. So we might have different weight class races, which could be really interesting if you want to participate in a light, a medium, or a heavy, or the mixed class. So it could be really cool to see what happens there in game. Excited to see. We've already got one new map.
I can confirm, though, I am. There is one update note that I have been promised will happen. So I am desperately watching and waiting for when I see the words "stickier cameras." The auto director just jumps a little fast for my taste, and that was the first way I describe it. I need a stickier camera. I need it to stay longer, and so I have been promised that's what the patch note is going to say, and I will hold them to it. Well, we're still not ready for our finalists yet. Still waiting officially for those final tallies. But, folks, what's been your favorite part of everything? We've had 3 races tonight, 3 heats apiece. What was your favorite part? Was there was it somebody dropping, the proverbial ball right before the end of the line? We had a few explosions that changed some nice shots that happened. Just some good, clean racing from several of our pilots. Obviously, Pepsin needs no introduction. Goob as well, and some other players that have done really, really well throughout the night. But, Orc, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part has to be, and this is because I'm a time trials individual. I've been playing time trials since the start. That's been my thing. I love it. Cherry getting our fastest lap in the first race, first heat, and then also securing it even further for the fastest lap at a 20.
Sub 28.
27.86. Very impressive in the final heat of the final race. So had the fastest lap of the first heat, gave everyone a chance in the rest of the heats and said, come and get me. And in the final heat, they said, you know what? I'm going to just do it myself. And they took over and got the fastest lap themselves again. So that's got to be my favorite part, is just Cherry taking the fastest lap tonight at a sub 28. Very impressive.
I like
Very tough to do, especially in a race like this. What was your favorite part, Mez?
I asked the question. I should have been ready for it. I think it's just, I'm not going to lie. I love watching Pepsin's dominance tonight. The fact that
he is a tough racer.
So on top of every single little thing. There was not a single race where he was seemingly off at all. So it was really nice to see. I was impressed for that for sure. But it's been a good set of racings to get to this point. So racing definitely new within what I typically announce, but it has been a lot of fun. So especially joining here with you on part of this. But hey, got something we hadn't talked about yet. If you want a chance to meet the Genuine Games crew and myself, you know where you need to be next week? You need to be in Las Vegas. Why?
That's true.
Because Ascent Rivals is going to Rare Evo. So we will be there next week, myself included. So Thursday through Saturday, that is at Caesar's Palace. And that should be a damn good time. So I'll be announcing live in the moment, as well as having the ability for people to play and check out what's going on. But Rare Evo, a blockchain convention being held August 15th through 17th in Las Vegas at Caesar's Palace. Should be a good time for all Web3 gaming. So we got some plenty of blockchain and plenty of great exhibitors and sponsors that'll be at that. And of course, Genuine Games will be there. We'll have quite the large crew, myself included. Like I said, I will be there live announcing in the moment. So hope to see you out there at Rare Evo.
Wish I could be there for you. It'd be cool. I do want to let's talk about Pepsin for a minute.
Let's do it.
Everyone keeps bringing him up. Pepsin is obviously probably our best racer tonight, if not one of the best racer in general right now. And I want to talk to you guys about something pretty crazy. Pepsin, I can confirm this. I saw him join. Because like I said, I've been there since the start. Pepsin joined the Discord June 1st.
Wow.
It has not even been a fourth of the year. And he is one of the top racers in the game right now. So if you're looking at this game and going like, man, I don't even compare. I don't have a shot. It took him a month and a half. You know, we had a huge time trial series and he was super active, constantly racing on the maps. And that's all it took. And he was there 100%. He knew the lines. He knew what he needed to do. He knew the ship class he was going for. And overall, Pepsin, of course, was just a very fast racer because of that. So if a lot of these racers have been here since the start of the game and just don't even compare. So if you guys are looking at this and going, I don't stand a chance, like Pepsin's too fast, Gub's too fast, King David's too fast, it does not take long. Go learn the game. Like I said, we have a huge update coming out this weekend. And when huge updates come out, big things change. So we got all sorts of things happening. Well, I mean, it's all sorts of changes. I mean, we've had one major update, and this is going to be the second one. Before the first major update, which happened just before June 1st, just before Pepsin joined, before the Saline Grand Prix and all that, like I said, there wasn't parts, there weren't any like weird ship classes or anything like that. It was a single ship, single boost. You had a strategy, you stuck to it. And myself and Gnarls were top racers at that time. And then they all of a sudden just brought it forward. Captain Degen took over, myself took over, Gnarls took over. Now Pepsin's taking over with the new builds. Either way, very cool stuff. Let's take a look at our final scores here, Mez. I'll let you give the big announcement.
Let me get the right slide up for us first. That'll help.
Starting with 5th place.
Congratulations. We're going to start at the bottom. We'll work our way up to the top. So at the bottom tonight, it was Pirates of the Degen. They finished officially with 168.6 points. Moving up from there,
so much for being here.
We've got JPEG Empire. That was Burgess, the Gamer, and Frazel. They finish at 178.6. Now getting into our top three. It's the Book of Ikigai with Sambo and King David. They combined for a total of 239.4 points. We've had some big Omen love out there in the chat, and they are going to finish second overall with 249 total circuit points. Now, I want to remind you that number I just said there, folks. 249 gets you second place. Because coming in first, hang on. This needs a little. Coming in first! It's the House of Titans with a monstrous 380.8 points. That's right. The difference between second and third was 249 to 239. The difference between second and first is over 130 points worth of value. So congratulations to Goob Goob and Pepsin. Pepsin officially ends the night with 195 points. Goob Goob with 185.8. So absolutely monstrous numbers from both of them.
They definitely deserve that for sure. And I do want to point out, too, that despite coming in third place, King David actually took third place in total points at 168.2. Fourth place came from one of the second place teams at 142.2. So even though both Seb and Zeru had over 100 points, they came in second. King David came in third. With his teammate Sambo.
I think if
Sambo,
Sambo's
if
in that third race, yeah, I think they probably take second. But either way, hey, I was gonna say that's the way the ball bounces, but that's the way the ship bounces when it hits the wall.
That's just how it goes. Well,
it is indeed.
There it is, everyone. The end of Cardano Clash Season 1. We've got more coming. It's gonna be worked on. We got teams that are gonna change up. We got builds that are going to change up with new stuff happening. Thank you, GG, to all of our participants. Indeed. Thank you to everyone who actually wanted to watch. Mez, thank you for shoutcasting with me. It's been great doing this, and I'm excited to do it some more.
Hell yeah. Can't wait for it.
So,
congratulations to all of our participants. Again, thanks to all of our sponsors here for the Cardano Clash. Appreciate you, Roman Orc. It's been absolutely fun working with you and working with the Genuine Games crew to make this all happen. And folks, like we said, we'll see you next week out at Rare Evo if you want to see us in person. Be on the lookout. Maybe we'll put up some shorts or something while we're out there. So be on the lookout. Let me go ahead and set up a raid. Let me send the party on somewhere.
And while he's setting that up, until next time, see ya.
Absolutely, y'all. It has been a great time, been a lot of fun. Let's see, Mr. ADD's up. So let me send you on over to my boy Psychotics. Help get him rolling. Try to keep him above that affiliate status. So make sure you hit a follow for my buddy Psychotics. We'll send you on over there here shortly. Although I guess it's not going to pull over the Ascent Rivals group. That's interesting. But all right. We'll send the raid on over. Appreciate everybody hanging out and checking out the end of Season 1 of the Cardano Clash here, presented by Ascent Rivals. We'll see you here next time. Normal time scheduled stream will be Sunday here on the Mezzcast. So here on the 11th, be on the lookout for that, starting at about 8:15 Eastern. But we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night, everybody.